Okie I'm still not technically caught up, shy of a few episodes for season 3, but I finished season 2 and my god, it's amazing. It feels good to finally know what all the hype is about. I was honestly a bit worried I might be expecting too much from the boys, but I'm absolutely enamored. Spoilers up to season 2, but I'm the only one that hasn't seen it up until this point. Basic synopsis, the boys are unfortunately now fugitives. Their plans to reveal Vort's dirty secrets toss into the file cabinet as the threat of surveillance start to creep into the country. Of course, this is all due to Homelander and A-Train spiking a bunch of terrorists with Compound V, the serum that Vort uses to turn normal babies into laser babies. Back against the wall, along with Butcher missing after his run-in with his wife's boyfriend, and his wife's boyfriend's son, things are honestly starting to look a little bleak. And honestly, it doesn't last that long, as Butcher soon finds his way back by the end of the first episode, and the secret Krabby Patty compound is released to the public. You have to love how well the boys are able to tell multiple stories at the same time, bouncing between the boys and the seven, going through each character, telling their stories, and having them all come together by the end of the series. The boys already has a great cast of characters, but did an amazing job this season to just further humanize almost everyone. It's always great when a show knows how to make me feel bad, even for the most messed up of characters. Hughie, for example, is such a complicated guy. I do feel like he plays the victim a bit, but who wouldn't be traumatized by the shit he's been through? It's hard to make up your mind about him. He's just looking out for everyone as best as possible, but he's like a kid trying to get his parents to stop fighting. I think his relationship with Starlight and Butcher is somewhat emotionally parasitic, kind of like a more proactive Jerry Smith, making you want to look after him even if he's a bit selfish in his own right, but I still kind of like him. He kind of grounds everything after we've watched MM nearly get strangled by a love sausage. Although, Hughie is a fucking idiot for trying to save Starlight and bring the #1 witness for taking down Vort with him. The guy just runs on his own self-justice sometimes, and isn't that just so Butcheresque? It only turned out well because Vort had a small oversight in their soup jail cell. His instinct definitely saves him on the fly, but man, he can be so stupid sometimes. Yes, him saving Starlight was the key to A-Train and Maeve helping them out, but that was all by chance. At least he's trying his best to own up to his selfishness and stand on his own 2 feet, even if it is with Newman, which we'll get into a bit more later. Billy Butcher could read out in a dictionary and he would still have my undivided attention. Sorry, just wanted to fantasize a little. There's a lot of redemption going on this season, with Frenchie's reason for taking his eyes off Lamplighter torching children was to save his friend from overdosing. Lamplighter lives with the guilt that his hit on Mallory's children was actually an accident due to not checking whether Mallory was home or not, and May finally standing up to Homelander's bullshit. But Butcher definitely stole a show. He finally finds his wife, locked away by Vort because she's the mother to the only thing that could possibly stop Homelander. He wants to save her, but is unable to due to his overwhelming hatred for soups. He only wants to save Becca, not Ryan, the son. It's amazing to see how far he's come. There were points where you thought he's still the bitter, ruthless bastard we all love, but he ultimately becomes the one to save the thing he hates. He's still got a long way to go, which is good, because you should never rush a character arc. I mean, you guys should realize, Butcher blew up a baby last season. He wasn't the one who flew little Teddy out of an exploding house at light speed. Homelander saved the little guy, even though he was jealous over it being Stillwell's #1. Which makes you ask, who's really the bad guy here? Everyone, don't look up to anyone in this show. Small correction, apparently Teddy can teleport. Fucking plot armor. And I guess bringing him up, I do feel bad for Homelander. He's losing control over his team, all the people he slept with are either dead or vegetables, and now he's lost custody of his own son. Of course, he completely deserves it, and this is nowhere near scraping rock bottom of the deep. Honestly, it's terrifying to know that Homelander could snap at any moment and just decide to remove a few million of us. Even after all that the boys have done, Homelander still has the upper hand if he truly decided he just didn't need anyone. Bringing up some more crazy soups, I really like Stormfront. She's sassy, sarcastic, doesn't give a shit what others think of her. Too bad she's a Nazi who gives no shit about collateral damage against anyone that doesn't have blonde hair or blue veins. Fuck, I was expecting it, you could tell she was acting, which is weird because someone is acting as someone that is acting, which is great acting, or is it? Anyway, that 180 was still a complete shock, and now she's trying to do it all over again. Superpowered Nazi soldiers. My god, this show gets crazy and I love it. Now, catching up with the rest of the 7, Black Noir remains a mystery. Well, I know a few things from the comics, but I don't think the boys are that faithful to the source material. The strong, silent type, literally, playing piano beautifully in one scene and breaking down crying in the next after Vort's chemical pumping is revealed. I really want to see what they do with him because he's such an entertaining enigma. The Deep, well, he's being manipulated by a motivational guru, fucking lol. Now he's part of a Freshka cult, or he was until he got dropped after A-Train ran away with his chances to get back into the 7. At this point, I really do feel bad for the guy. I've got tears in my eyes from how much I'm laughing. And the ending. I definitely did not guess Newman to be the head detonator. I knew there was something I was forgetting. They might have dirt on Homelander, but he's still the most dangerous man on the planet. I completely forgot that the head detonator existed until the very end. I was wondering, how the hell did Newman survive that court assassination? If you assume Vought did the head popping, she would definitely be number 1 on the blacklist, but she was just able to get away from the windows fast enough? No, she's the one that pulled the trigger, and now I don't know which side she belongs to. I did want to mention some of the plot convenience that's starting to appear near the end of the show, like Becca being able to escape from the walled-off prison facility with little effort, or Maeve appearing at the right time to show Stormfront what real girl power can do, but I don't care too much about it. I enjoyed the show enough to be able to look past a few unexplained events, and I'm just happy I can now catch up with everyone else with Season 3. I definitely should have caught up to this so much sooner, but I'm rectifying my mistakes. Thanks for watching, we'd love to see your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more content, let me know if there's anything you'd like me to cover. I just like talking about anything that interests me. That's all I wanted to say, I hope you all have a good rest of your day.